Hello guys, and welcome back to NetMastery channel. In this video I'm going to configure the site-to-site VPN between the Palo Alto Firewall 1 and FTD Firewall 2 using a certificate, and I will manage the FTD firewall using the FMC. In this channel you can find some videos that I already configured the site-to-site VPN between the FTD and Palo Alto using FDM and also using the pre-shared key. Here in this video I'm going to use the certificate. Currently we have the site-to-site VPN using pre-shared key, and I just configured that before to make sure that if there is any problem happened after switching to certificate, we should know that the problem is with the certificate, not with our configuration. Then it will be easy to troubleshoot our problem. Here let's go and first ping to 10.40.0.12. This is the IP address of this virtual PC, and you can see that I'm able to ping the this VPC through the VPN. And if I trace it 10.40.0.12, you can see that the trace goes to the 10.0.0.1. This is the IP address of this switch, and then it will directly go to 192.168.1.1, and this is the IP address of the Palo Alto, and then it will goes to the virtual PC here. Okay, and also if we go to our interface, you can see that the IPsec tunnel is already up and green here in the Palo Alto and also in the FTD firewall. Now let's start for our configuration and switch this tunnel to the certificate. For the certificate, as there is no certificate installed currently in the Palo Alto, let's start from the scratch, and first of all let's import our root CA in the Palo Alto firewall. We are going to device certificate, and here let's import. Let me name that root CA. This is root certificate, and to download the root certificate, I already installed my Windows Server 2008 as a certificate server authority. Of course, you can find a video of how to install and how to configure your certificate server in this channel. First, let's go and download our CS certificate here. I'm going to download that on base 64. Download CS certificate. Save it, and let me create a new folder here. That makes my job easy. Set to not mix this old certificate with new one, and here let me name that root CA. Open the folder and let's copy this root CA, and let me paste that here in the local PC. Again, let me create another folder here, and let me name that cert to make sure that I'm not mixing the certificate together. That certificate is from the previous video, configuration of a site-to-site VPN between two FTD using certificate. Okay, and now we have the root certificate here. Let's go to our Palo Alto and browse our certificate here, root CA, and it's on base 64 PEM, and everything else is okay. Let's okay this to save the certificate. Okay, now the root certificate is just come to our Palo Alto firewall, and the status of that is valid. Let's configure that as a trusted root CA. Click on that and trusted root CA. Okay. Now we need to create a certificate to use that in the site-to-site VPN. For that, first we need to generate a CSR. Let's generate that again on device certificate, and here let's click on generate. Let me name it VPN cert, and for common name, let's give the IP address of the outside interface 192.168.100.2. It's very important in this case to give the IP address or FQDN because when these two firewall wants to negotiate on certificate, the IP address of the outside of the interface is in the common name of the certificate, then they can negotiate to each other. Else sometimes it makes problem, it may bring some panic in the firewall, and it may not accept the certificate. Because of that, I just use this IP address as a common name. The signed by the external authority server. The rest of configuration is okay. Let's go and add some other information here. For the organization, let's select NMZ. For the organization unit, I'm using IT, and for the DNS, let's again select the same IP address, and also let's add the IP address here. I want to make sure that this information is available in the certificate. Then when two certificates want to negotiate, it will not face any problem here. Let me see, what is this? Let me delete that. Okay, let's generate our CSR. Okay, the CSR is generated. Now we need to download this CSR and sign it with our authority server. Just select it, and here let's export the certificate. It said certificate, but it's not a certificate actually. It's a CSR. Let me open that, copy, and let's go and paste it in the our certificate server. Let me request a certificate, advanced certificate, and also it's using base 64 encoded. I'm just paste the CSR here, and from the certificate template, let's select NMZ IPsec offline request. This is a custom certificate that I created using this template, IPsec offline request. That is because I need to customize the certificate for the Cisco FTD, else this IPsec offline request will not be accepted in the Cisco FTD. We need to customize that. To check this, you can watch the previous videos that I already did it, uploaded in this channel. And let's download that on base 64. Download, and let me save it, and let's name that PA. It's VPN PA Firewall 1 certificate. Just going to give a relevant name to not mix them together, and this is VPN. Let me copy that to my local PC, and now I should be able to install it in the Palo Alto. For installing that, first of all, let's make sure that we are going to give a name exactly with our CSR, and here let's import it. Give the same name. Because of that, I just copy this name and browse. Let's select our VPN certificate for Palo Alto Firewall 1, and everything else is okay. Let's click on OK. If our time server is synchronized and also the root CA is correct, in that case the certificate will be signed, and you can see that its certificate is accepted by the Palo Alto and it's valid, and you can see that it has a key, and also it gets under the root CA. It means that this certificate is signed with the root CA here. Okay, in the Palo Alto side, actually we generate our certificate, and now we can switch our VPN to use this certificate for negotiation phase 1 IK version 2. Okay, now let's go and switch our site-to-site VPN authentication using certificate. For that, let's go to the network, and here let's go to the IK gateway, and let's edit this IK gateway. Here you can see that the authentication method is pre-shared. Let's switch that to certificate, and from the certificate, local certificate, let's select our VPN cert that we just created. Again, make sure that your time is synchronized. If your time is not synchronized, this certificate will not appear here. You should synchronize your time with the certificate server. And now let's go in the local identity and peer identity. The local identity and subject name, you can see that the information will come automatically. The CN equal to 192.168.102. It's the IP address that we just give it as a certificate parameters, and now it comes here. Now let's for the remote identification, here we don't know what is the remote identification and what will be sent to us from the FTD. For now, let's just select the IP address and let's type 192.168.204.2. This is the IP address of the remote site that the outside of the FTD. And also in the certificate profile, we need to create a certificate profile here. Let me create that, and let me name it root CA profile. And for the CA certificate, let's select our root CA that we uploaded before in the Palo Alto. Everything else is okay, and now let's save this one, and we can select it here. What is this? This is a profile that is pointed to our root CA, and here we say that this certificate is signed with this root CA. We may have many root CA and many certificates in our firewall. Because of that, we just need to tell the Palo Alto that this certificate that we are going to use as a VPN is signed with this root CA profile. Okay. Everything else is by default is okay, and we just checked it before, it was no problem. Now let's commit our configuration. Commit it here. Let's wait for this to commit to start. Then okay, the commit now is started, and now let's go to our FTD firewall and create our site-to-site VPN, actually edit our site-to-site VPN and change it to the certificate. This is our tunnel here, and FTD to Palo Alto, and if I click on edit, we can go to the IK section, and here you can see that I'm using the authentication type pre-shared key. Of course, I can switch that to certificate, and here I have one certificate here from the previous video. I'm not going to use this. Let's add another certificate. I'm clicking on this plus point, and now let's name it PA VPN PA cert. To know that, just a name to tell me that this is VPN and it's using for Palo Alto. In the enrollment type, let's select manual, and here in the CA, let's go and paste our root CA certificate here. Control A for select, Control C copy, and let's paste it here. In the next, I'm going to use that as an IPsec client, and in the certificate parameters, let's type the information. It should include the FQDN, device as name as a FQDN, and include the device IP address. Of course, let's hard code it. This time, as I'm using this certificate just for communicating or just for authentication between the Palo Alto and FTD, I'm going to hard code that. This is for FTD Firewall 2, and the IP address is 192.168.204.2, and the command name same. Let's give the same IP address. For the organization, you need IT, organization, NMZ, locality, the city, the state Sao Paulo, the country code, Brazil, and for the email, of course, we can give something. For example, VPN at nmz.local. For the key, same key, let's leave it as default, and also here let's save it as default. Save. Now actually the certificate is created. I can select it here, but this certificate is not actually in the VPN firewall. If I select that, it will give me the message that this certificate is not enrolled in the FTD firewall. If I try to deploy this configuration now, let's go to our certificate in the device certificate and add this certificate to our FTD firewall 2. For that, let's click on add, select our FTD firewall, and here let's select our VPN PS cert. Add it. After adding this, it will give us the option to generate our CSR and sign our certificate. If we compare this with the Palo Alto, it's like uploading the CS certificate to the firewall, and then after uploading this, we need to generate a CSR and then sign our CSR using the certificate server. Let's wait for this to upload the actually to add this. We already uploaded to add this certificate to FTD Firewall 2. Then we can generate our CSR. Okay, the certificate actually is added to the FTD Firewall 2, and you can see the CA here, the information that comes from the root CA, from the certificate server, the NMZ AD CA. And now let's click on ID. By clicking on this, it will give me a message that it's going to generate a certificate sign request. Let's generate that. Okay, the certificate sign request is generated here. Let's select it all, copy, and now let's go to our certificate server and sign it. Again, let's request a certificate on base 64. Let me paste it here, and let's use this NMZ IPsec offline request for signing the certificate template. Submit, and now let's download this certificate. This is VPN FTD Firewall 2 certificate. Let me save that, open the folder, and let me copy it and paste it in my local PC here. Now let's browse this certificate, VPN FTD Firewall 2 certificate. Let's select that and import it. Now this certificate is ready, and after actually finishing this progress, it will add the certificate in the FTD firewall, and it's completed. It will add this, it will have the CA and also the ID, and in the ID you can see the actually the certificate information that we just typed before about the connection name and organization and so on, and also the IP address that we typed before, and the username. The user is FTD firewall 2. That is the host name of my firewall. Close it. Now I believe everything is okay, because we already generate our first upload our certificate, then generate the CSR, sign our CSR, upload our certificate, and now we and also in the site-to-site VPN in here we just switch it from pre-shared key to certificate. And here in the advanced, let me show you something here, that because we are using the certificate, here you can see that identity sent to peer, which identity we are going to send to the peer. And if you remember, in the Palo Alto we just select the IP address, and here it said auto or DN. Let me see what option it has. It has the IP address. Let's select this IP address, and peer identity validation, we can say it's required or do not check, and so on. Let's click on do not check to make sure that when identity is sent to the actually not to send, when it's receive an identity from the Palo Alto here, it doesn't check it and just accept it without checking, because it's two different vendor, and they deploy this in different standards. In this case, there is no option actually here. If I select, for example, required, but I don't know what information comes here, and what information this FTD going to accept. Because of that, let's not check it, and let's save this configuration here. After saving, let's deploy this configuration in FTD Firewall 2. And after the deployment finished, we can start our verification, and if there is any problem, we will troubleshoot that. FTD Firewall 2 deploy. Let's wait for this to finish. And it just give me a validation warning. Let me see what is that. This policy conflict detected, attribute identity sent to peer. Okay, because I already have one site-to-site, and it has different configuration. Let me accept this, and I will show you in the configuration. Here we just select the configuration in the IC in the advanced, and we said that use the identity, send identity peers, and do not check the peer identity validation. But here in my previous configuration, that is site-to-site, this configuration is different, and let's see. In the advanced, you can see it's auto or DN and is required. Because of that, it just gives me this warning to different configuration for two different VPN. It's okay here, there is no problem. They are two separate VPN, and they don't have any relation to each other. Now let's wait for this to finish. Okay, the deployment is completed. Now let's go and try to ping our network. Actually, before ping, it will be good if I let me see that I already have this. VPC here. Let's try to ping to this IP address. Show IP. It's 10.40.0.12. It's okay. Okay, I don't receive any response here, and if I try to ping from this side, that is 10.10.0.51, you can see that I cannot ping between these two. Let's go and troubleshoot the problem. First, I'm going to access the Palo Alto firewall 192.168.10.20, the management interface of my PA firewall. Let's log into that, and also let's access 192.168.10.38. Admin, password, and here also admin and password. This is the FTD, and this one is the Palo Alto. Let's first in the Palo Alto, let's clear the IKE tunnel to make sure that there is no tunnel left from the old configuration. Clear VPN IKE SA, and also let me do something. Let me clear log system. I'm going to check the log here, and I just clear it to make sure that it may be a lot of log. And now let's see the log. Show log system. Let's see actually if there is any problem. It will log here and we can find it. Let's see what we can find here. IKE version 2 negotiation failed, peer ID payload, and this is the IP address that does not match the certificate ID. Okay, it said that this IP address that is received from other side doesn't match the certificate ID here, and it means that we have problem with the certificate. Same. We just select in the Palo Alto to use the IP address as a peer ID, but here it said that this peer ID doesn't match the certificate. It means that the FTD actually sending an ID different than this. Let's see actually what ID this FTD is sending here, then we can configure that in the Palo Alto. Let me clear that and try again. Okay, let's go to the Palo Alto here, and let's change this configuration. I just selected here IP address, and let's use the DN here. Let's wait till this configuration comes. Let's select the same like this one, name and subject, and let's use the same object here, but just change the IP address 204. Let's see if this peer ID is accepted by the Palo Alto or not. Let me commit this, and we will check it after commit. Okay, the commit is successful. Now let's clear the log again. Clear log system, and yes, let's clear VPN IKE SA also, and now let's show log system. Let's see what information I receive here again. And okay, again it said that this peer ID is sending to the Palo Alto, doesn't match the peer ID. Let's go and this time change the configuration in the in the FTD, and here let's select something else for the peer ID. Actually, I just selected IP address. Let's select the host name, and also we said that this host name FQDN should be the host name. Let's select this and save it. Deploy this, and also we need to change our configuration in the Palo Alto. Deploy, and now let's go to the Palo Alto, and here let's change this peer identification again. This time let's select let's select the hostname FQDN, and here it's FTD Firewall 2 is the host name of my FTD here. To make sure, let's go and check it here. System support diagnostic CLI enable, and yeah, this is the FTD Firewall 2. FTD Firewall 2, and let's save this configuration and commit it. Okay, the commit is completed in the boot side, and now let's see. Yeah, you can see that our ping now it's going on. To make sure, now let's clear VPN IPsec, and after clear you can see that I just received one ping timeout, and then again the tunnel form up. And if I check the log here, clear log system, and also clear the IC. Now let's look at the log. Show log system, and this time you can see we don't have that message, and it just accepted the certificate, IC version 2 certificate, authentication succeed, and the peer ID certification, and this is the all parameters that we just added in the certificate in FTD site, and everything else is okay. And this is the negotiation and forming up the tunnel. And also if we check it here, show crypto IQv2 SA, and here you can see that IC is formed out here between two outside interfaces, and also show crypto IPsec SA. Also the IPsec, we can see the information about the packet encapsulation and decapsulation, and also encryption and decryption of the information. And show run section IC, include IC, and you can see here that the IC information is authentication is using the certificate, and this is the certificate VPN Palo Alto certificate. This is for authentication. It's previous configuration between the FTD and FTD, Cisco FTD, but here we just configure this one between the FTD and also the Palo Alto using the certificate. It's happens actually because we are using different vendor, and they have different configuration and different type of deployment of VPN. Of course, it's a IPsec standard, but still using the different type of the ID for the certificate and so on. In that case, we need to actually check to adjust according to our requirement in the different type of the firewalls. Okay, for now, let's finish our video here. Thank you for your watching, and see you in the next video soon.